and the cardboard box. One morning, Bluey finds a big cardboard box in the room. She curiously climbs inside to explore it. Bingo quickly joins the adventure inside the box. In Bluey's imagination, the box suddenly becomes a spaceship. The small box now flies them past imaginary planets. While playing, the spaceship suddenly tips to one side. With just a simple box, Bluey and Bingo create a joyful adventure. Bluey and the Plastic Cup. One day, Bluey discovers a small plastic cup on the table. Bluey curiously looks inside the cup to see what is in it. She turns the cup upside down and gently taps it. Bingo finds it interesting and taps the cup too. Soon, the sisters start making different sounds with the cup. Before long, the plastic cup becomes a tiny, playful drum. The simple cup turns into a fun little music game for Bluey and Bingo.
A day in the life of Bluey.
Giant ball.
Hooray! Yeah!
Bluey and Bingo are playing on a seesaw. The game is really fun. Bluey suddenly saw something. Bingo immediately turned around to see what it was. Wow, it turns out it's a really big ball. Bluey and Bingo immediately ran after the ball. Then, the two of them played with the giant ball. Yippee! Bingo! Throw a kick at the ball. A little while later, Bluey and Bingo were sitting on a giant ball to have fun.
Everyone snuck out to play inside the house. Mom and Dad are busy, getting ready to go somewhere. The two kids look at each other and exchange a secret signal. They quietly open the door and tiptoe outside. At the park, an open field, running around. Kicking a ball, dark clouds roll in. Heavy rain! The kids keep playing a little longer, then suddenly realize clothes covered in mud, hair-soaked faces all messy. They look at each other, panic. They nervously head back home, walking very quietly, opening the door as softly as possible, faces full of worry. Oh no! Mom and Dad walk in at the same time, also soaked by rain, covered in mud, just as dirty. Both sides freeze, staring at each other. A few seconds of silence. The whole family bursts out laughing.
Let's plant flowers together. Under the golden afternoon sun, Bluey and Bingo prepare for an important mission. With a small pot and magic seeds, a new journey is about to begin. Bluey skillfully fills the pot with soil, while Bingo meticulously creates cozy beds for the seeds. Each seed is placed gently, with great care and hope. Cool droplets fall from Bingo's small watering can. Bluey watches closely, making sure everything is perfect. The scent of damp earth rises, promising new life about to sprout. The pot is placed in the sunniest spot. The sisters sit in silence, giving the seeds a silent wish. Though the flowers haven't bloomed yet, their love has already filled this corner of the garden. Searching for giant footprints. On the porch, Bluey discovers Dad's giant gardening boots. With a mischievous grin, she slips her tiny feet inside, preparing for a secret plan across the green lawn. Stomp! Stomp! Bluey transforms into a mighty giant. Each of her steps leaves a deep impression on the ground. She marches forward with confidence, unaware that she is being watched. Right behind her, Hunter, Bingo, springs into action. She deftly leaps into each giant footprint her sister leaves behind. Intense focus marks her little face, determined not to leave a single trace of her own. The giant suddenly turns around. Bingo freezes in a hilarious pose. After a few seconds of silent observation, they both burst into laughter, filling the air with the pure joy of childhood.
The bathroom battle. Dad grabs his work bag, checks the time, worried. Mom picks up her makeup kit and heads for the bathroom. The kids clutch water toys, eyes sparkling. Everyone reaches the bathroom door at the same time. A brief stare. They all rush in together. Mom stands at the mirror, carefully applying makeup. Dad waits behind her with a toothbrush, tiptoeing. A kid turns on the faucet. Water splashes everywhere. The faucet is turned up higher. Water sprays the ceiling. Mom shields her face. Dad grabs a towel. It's already soaked. They finally step out. Dad's hair is damp. Mom's makeup is half finished. The kid still holds a water toy, smiling proudly. They all look at the clock. Late!
Oh no!
They stare at each other for a beat, then burst into silent laughter. Secret gift box. The potato defense? Today, the Bluey siblings are playing a brand new imagination game. The zombie is coming! The brother keeps chewing each potato slowly. The brother tries chewing faster to move forward. Zombie! No more energy! The house is safe! In imagination games, the winner isn't the strongest, but the one with the most creative ideas. The cleanup plan. Mom stands confidently with a clipboard/notebook. She points around the room, showing a detailed cleaning plan. Dad and the kids nod seriously. Mom cleans efficiently, wipes shelves, folds blankets, moves smoothly. Dad follows behind, slowly putting things back after Mom already cleaned them. Bluey and Bingo enthusiastically start picking up toys. Everything looks promising. Mom vacuums with focus. Dad wipes the same table again. And again. The kids build a toy tower from the things they were supposed to put away. Mom works non-stop in the background. The room is now perfectly clean. Mom stands in the middle, tired but satisfied. Dad and the kids look around, impressed. Dad and the kids turn toward Mom and start clapping. The kids cheer silently. Mom laughs, embarrassed but proud. She hands Dad a cloth again. Dad freezes. Freeze frame on everyone laughing. Bluey and the toy airplane. A quiet morning in the yard. A toy airplane lies on a small table. Bluey steps outside and sees the airplane.
Whoa!
Bluey picks up the airplane and gently turns it in her hands. Bluey lifts the airplane high. He runs slowly around the yard.
Yippee!
Bingo appears and runs after her.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Huh?
The two sisters run together, imagining a flight. Bluey stops and turns to look at Bingo. She holds the airplane out toward Bingo. Bingo
Whoa.
takes the airplane. They look at each other and smile brightly. A day at the farm. The family steps out of the car, looking at wide green fields. Bluey and Bingo take a deep breath, eyes shining. Mom hands seeds to Dad and points to the garden beds. Dad rolls up his sleeves and nods confidently. Bluey and Bingo spot chickens and a cow and excitedly point toward them. Mom and Dad. Dad digs the soil a bit too hard. Dirt lands on his shirt. Mom plants seeds neatly and straightens the rows. Bluey and Bingo. Bluey scatters grain. Chickens rush over clucking. Bingo carries a bucket of grass. The cow bends down to eat slowly. The kids laugh with delight. The whole family works together. Dad carries a basket of vegetables. Mom waters the plants. Bluey closes the chicken coop gate. Bingo places the feed bucket neatly aside. They exchange satisfied smiles. The family rests under a tree. Chickens peck nearby. The cow chews grass peacefully. Dad gives a big thumbs up. Bluey and Bingo lean against Mom and Dad, smiling happily.
Bluey goes on a treasure hunt. and the Rainbow Hunter. Suddenly, the sun came out. Bluey pointed outside to the yard, where a giant rainbow was curving. The two sisters frantically slipped on their rubber boots and rushed outside. Where does the rainbow end? Follow the colors to find the pot of golden smiles. Our adventure begins right after the rain. Red, orange, yellow, and green. The path is slippery, but the hunters are fast. Is it behind the big tree or hiding under the slide? Look! The colors have led us to a secret spot. At the end of the rainbow, something bright is waiting just for the brave ones. Not gold, but something much sweeter. Every rainbow hunter knows that the best treasure is a moment shared together. Keep smiling. The Silly Barbershop. Welcome to the world's fanciest salon, where every hairstyle comes with a touch of chaos. Our star stylist, Bluey, is ready for her biggest challenge yet. First, a clip here and a ribbon there. Precision is key. Or maybe just adding as much sparkle as possible. The customer seems impressed. Behold, the cloud scraper style. It's bold, it's tall, and it's definitely something you won't see anywhere else in the neighborhood. Style has its price. Sometimes it's a bit heavy, but a masterpiece is always worth the tumble. Another happy customer at the Silly Barbershop.
Bingo's Sweet Dream. When Bingo closes her eyes, a magical world begins to unfold. In dreams, anything is possible, even flying among the stars. A sweet world where the fun never seems to end. Some dreams are so sweet, you wish they could last forever. Cleaning sort of living room / playroom. Two kids sit on the floor, happily painting. A big box of paint sits between them. They exchange a mischievous smile. One kid accidentally knocks over the paint box. Paint spills everywhere, floor, rug, wall. The kids freeze, then slowly look around at the colorful disaster. Mom and Dad walk in. They both stop, stunned. The kids lower their heads, then quickly gesture. We'll clean. Dad crosses his arms. Mom nods. One kid wipes the floor, spreads the paint even wider. The other uses a dry cloth. Cloth turns rainbow-colored. They bring water, spill more water on the floor. One kid wipes the floor, spreads the paint even wider. The other uses a dry cloth. Cloth turns rainbow-colored. They bring water, spill more water on the floor. The room is clean again. The kids sit on the floor, exhausted. Mom gently pats their heads. The DIY slingshot. A mild afternoon. Dad holds a Y-shaped tree branch, carefully ties a rubber band, gives it a light pull. Boing! Nods in satisfaction. Mom stands a little distance away, sets a few empty cans on the steps as targets. Sister and little brother stand beside Dad. Dad demonstrates. Pulls the band, aims. Pop! Misses. The shot flying past the side. Little brother gets impatient, pulls the band slightly off center. Smack! The shot flies off, hitting Mom's slipper. Mom looks down at her slipper, then looks up at the family. The whole yard freezes for a second, then bursts into laughter. Dad lines the cans up neatly again. Signals to start a contest. They take turns. Mom takes a shot too. Ping! The can drops cleanly. The whole family claps and cheers. The cans lie scattered across the yard, laughing and chatting happily. The surprise ice cream truck. It's a beautiful afternoon for a walk in the park. Oh, that sounds like an ice cream truck.
Whoa! Yahoo! Wow!
The whole family sits on a park bench and enjoys their ice cream. Suddenly, a little bird lands and pecks at Dad's ice cream. Sometimes, the sweetest thing about ice cream is the laughter shared with family.
Who took Mom's birthday cake? Bluey is in trouble. It's a bright and cheerful morning with a clear blue sky and warm golden sunshine. Oh, what a perfect day for a birthday party. Mom gently places the cake on the table and goes inside to get the birthday present. Meanwhile, Bluey is walking nearby and feeling very, very hungry. Bluey sees the cake.
Whoa!
Bluey walks closer and then quickly grabs the cake and runs away. Mom comes back with the gift box in her hands. But the birthday cake has disappeared. Mom starts frantically searching everywhere. At a nearby park, Bluey is sitting on a bench with the cake placed in front of them. Mom has spotted it. Bluey is startled, eyes wide with panic. Mom runs quickly toward Bluey, and Bluey runs away too. Because Bluey ran so fast, Mom couldn't catch her. Mom, sweating and frustrated, goes back to get the cake. Bluey plays basketball.
and the Scarf. A quiet morning in the yard. A thin fabric scarf rests on a chair. A gentle breeze blows, making the scarf flutter. Bluey steps out of the house and sees the scarf. Bluey walks closer, curious. Bluey picks up the scarf. She gently tosses the scarf into the air. The scarf floats slowly, then falls down. Bluey smiles happily. A gentle breeze blows, making the scarf float and swirl. Bingo runs after the scarf. The scarf falls near Bingo. Bingo picks up the scarf. Bingo holds the scarf out toward Bluey. The two sisters look at each other and smile.
A sudden gust of wind. Bluey's paper airplane flew away. It's a beautiful day. Bluey has a piece of blue paper. Bluey folds it into a paper airplane. Bluey throws the paper plane. It flies up really high. Bingo sees the paper plane flying high and gets excited too. Suddenly, a strong wind blows in. The paper plane whooshes away. Bluey and Bingo run after the paper plane. The paper plane flies faster and farther. Oh no! The paper plane falls into the pond. Dad appears, holding 2 sheets of colored paper in his hands. Bingo and Bluey happily run over to Dad. Dad folds 2 new paper planes for Bluey and Bingo. Bluey and Bingo hold their new paper planes and jump up happily.
The unnamed trip afternoon. Mom and Dad call the whole family to the car. Dad smiles and gestures. We're just going to buy a few things. Sister and little brother sit in the back seat. Seatbelts fastened, faces calm, expecting nothing special. The car drives through familiar streets. Streetlights, shops, and rows of trees pass by steadily. Suddenly, the car turns onto a smaller road, narrower with fewer houses. Sister tilts her head, looking out the window. Little brother points ahead. The car stops. A green grassy hill appears, a gentle breeze blowing. In the distance, a quiet river dock, water shimmering softly. Beyond it, a windy field, grass swaying in a natural rhythm. The whole family steps out of the car. Feet touch the soft grass. The space feels wide open and peaceful. Little brother runs a few steps, then turns back, laughing loudly. Sister spreads her arms and spins, hair flowing in the wind. Mom and Dad stand behind them, watching their children with gentle smiles. Bluey and the Rolling Apple. On a quiet morning, a red apple rolls gently across the grass. Bluey turns.
Whoa! Whoa!
Campfire by the lake. A peaceful lake sparkles under the sunlight. A camping trip always begins with excitement. Sometimes joy is as simple as a splash of water. adventure. A small fire can bring warmth to the whole family.
Bluey and the little soccer ball. On a quiet morning, a small soccer ball lies on the grass. Bluey steps out and sees the ball. Bluey gently kicks the ball, and it rolls slowly. Bluey smiles happily and runs after it. The ball rolls toward the other side of the yard. Bingo appears and stops the ball. Bluey stops in front of Bingo. Bingo gently kicks the ball toward Bluey. The ball rolls back and forth between the two sisters. The ball stops in the middle of the yard. Bluey and Bingo both place a foot on the ball. The two sisters look at each other and smile brightly. A day at the farm. The family steps out of the car, looking at wide green fields. Bluey and Bingo take a deep breath, eyes shining. Mom hands seeds to Dad and points to the garden beds. Dad rolls up his sleeves and nods confidently. Bluey and Bingo spot chickens and a cow and excitedly point toward them. Mom and Dad. Dad digs the soil a bit too hard. Dirt lands on his shirt. Mom plants seeds neatly and straightens the rows. Bluey and Bingo. Bluey scatters grain. Chickens rush over clucking. Bingo carries a bucket of grass. The cow bends down to eat slowly. The kids laugh with delight. The whole family works together. Dad carries a basket of vegetables. Mom waters the plants. Bluey closes the chicken coop gate. Bingo places the feed bucket neatly aside. They exchange satisfied smiles. The family rests under a tree. Chickens peck nearby. The cow chews grass peacefully. Dad gives a big thumbs up. Bluey and Bingo lean against Mom and Dad, smiling happily. Dad fixes the fan evening in the living room. The family relaxes together. A standing fan spins, making a soft rattling noise. Everyone looks up at the fan. Dad stands up confidently, taps his chest like, "I've got this." Mom and the kids watch, half hopeful, half unsure. Dad removes the fan cover. Screws and tools scatter on the floor. He leans in close, twisting and adjusting. The kids sit nearby, watching intently. Dad plugs the fan back in, presses the button. Lights go out. The fan stops completely. Silence. Dad freezes, holding the screwdriver. Mom crosses her arms and raises an eyebrow. The kids look at the fan, then at Dad, trying not to laugh. Mom hands out paper fans to everyone. The family sits together, fanning themselves.
The Great Canoe Race.
Hello.
Bluey and Bingo sat side by side on the sofa cushions. Each held a long broomstick as a paddle. All hands on deck! The Great Canoe Race is about to begin. Our brave sailors are ready to conquer the wildest river in the living room. Look out! Giant waves are crashing against the bow. Paddle harder, Bingo. We must stay afloat, or we'll be soaked by the blue blanket sea. Sharp rocks ahead! And wait! Is that a sea monster? Our crew works together, weaving through the dangers with perfect teamwork. Land ho! They've made it to the Golden Carpet shore. A record-breaking race for the fastest sisters on the water. What a grand finish. The Big Silly Adventure. gets the last piece of cake? Bluey and Bingo compete. It's a happy day. Mom brings a birthday cake out for Bluey and Bingo. The cake looks so delicious. Mom cuts the cake for Bluey and Bingo. Bluey and Bingo happily eat the cake, one bite after another. So tasty. Only one last piece left. Bingo wants it. Bluey wants it too. The plate is pulled back and forth. Bingo grabs the cake and runs away, and Bluey chases after. Bluey and Bingo chase each other around the house. Just then, Mom walks over. Mom sees what is happening. Mom gently takes out another one for Bluey. Bluey and Bingo are happy again. They jump up with joy as they enjoy the delicious cake.
Bluey and the flying ball. Bluey and Bingo are playing with a ball on the grass. Bluey gently kicks the ball toward Bingo. Bingo kicks it back, and the ball bounces higher than usual. Bluey kicks the ball too hard. Bluey widens her eyes and watches the ball. Bingo looks up at the sky. Bluey and Bingo run after the ball. They look up and see the ball stuck in a tree branch. Daddy Bluey appears and looks where Bluey is pointing. Daddy uses a long stick to gently touch the ball. The ball slowly falls down. Bluey runs over and hugs the ball in her arms. Bluey turns to Bingo and smiles happily. Bingo smiles too, just like Bluey. Bluey and the flying hat. Bluey runs from the house into the yard, wearing a wide-brimmed hat. Bluey looks up at the hat happily and wiggles it. The wind grows stronger. Bluey holds the hat with one hand, her eyes wide with worry. The hat flies off Bluey's head, spinning in the air. Bluey runs after the hat, reaching out with her hand. The hat glides across the yard. The hat glides across the yard. Bluey stops, panting, with a sad look on her face. Bingo runs over and picks up the hat. Bingo puts the hat on Bluey's head. Mom stands nearby, smiling warmly. Bluey holds the hat tightly, and the two sisters beam with joy.
Bluey paper boat race.
Bingo has a stomachache.
2 hours later.
The treasure hunt. The morning sun streams into the bedroom. Bluey carefully spreads a handmade map on the floor. Bingo clutches a small shovel, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The expedition begins. Bluey leads the way, fixed on the zigzag lines. They tiptoe across canyons of pillows and landmines of scattered blocks with great care. At the base of the old tree, Bluey signals to stop. She matches the drawing with the gnarly roots. Bingo starts digging, the soft earth turning over with every breath of suspense. Clink! An old tin box emerges. As the lid pops open, bottle caps shimmer like gems in the sun. Bluey and Bingo dance together in pure, unbridled joy. Bluey and the journey to find the favorite toy car. A cheerful morning. Birds are singing. Bingo is sitting in the living room, playing with dolls. Bluey walks in to play together, but the toy car that was on the table is no longer there. Bingo doesn't know where the toy car is either, and Bluey looks around. Bluey starts searching around the house. Bluey walks around the living room to look for it. Bluey looks under the table. Still nothing. Bluey goes behind the sofa to check, but it's not there either. Bluey runs into the kitchen, looks around, still can't find it. Bluey runs out into the yard to look for the toy car. He looks left and right. And then Bluey sees the toy car behind a tree in the backyard. Bluey has found the toy car! He jumps up happily, laughing with excitement. Bluey and Bingo with stargazing on the grass. The sun has gone to sleep, and the backyard turns into a giant bedroom. A soft blanket, a few pillows, and the whole world feels quiet. The stars are like diamonds in the sky, scattered across the velvet blue. Each one tells a story from 1,000,000 miles away. A shooting star! Quick, make a wish before you close your eyes. Something magical is about to happen in your dreams tonight. Look, can you see the giant bone in the sky? The stars connect to form shapes and creatures that only our hearts can see. The night is warm, and the stars will watch over you. Sweet dreams, little explorers. The universe is waiting for tomorrow.
Bluey and the moment of sharing. A quiet morning in the yard. Bluey sits on the grass, holding a small teddy bear in her hands. Bluey turns the toy around, her eyes bright with happiness. Bingo stands nearby, looking toward the teddy bear. Bingo steps. Bingo gently takes the toy. The two sisters sit close together. Bingo holds the toy and plays with it gently. Bluey sits beside her, watching with a gentle smile. They look at each other and smile brightly. Bluey and the balloon. Bluey runs from the house into the yard, holding a red balloon. Bluey stops and jumps, making the balloon float higher. Bluey's face lights up with a bright smile. Bingo runs out and smiles happily when she sees it. A gentle breeze blows by, and the balloon string slips from Bluey's hand. Bluey is startled and reaches after the balloon as it floats away, looking sad. The balloon slowly floats upward. Bingo stands beside her, pointing up at the sky with wide eyes. The balloon gently gets caught on a low tree branch in the yard. Dad walks out into the yard and looks up at the tree branch. Dad gently stands on tiptoes, retrieves the balloon, and brings it down. Bluey hugs the balloon to her chest and beams with joy.
Memorable supermarket day. A new day begins with the sounds of Bluey and Bingo as Mom wakes up. Both of them were playing, running and jumping all over the house. Bluey and Bingo want their mom to take them to the supermarket because today is their day off. The mother thought for a moment and then agreed. All three went to the supermarket. Bluey and Bingo were very happy to go to the supermarket. Inside the supermarket, all kinds of goods are on display. Bluey and Bingo want to buy everything they see. But their mother only bought what was necessary. And so, Bluey and Bingo's grocery shopping trip has come to an end.
The unnamed trip afternoon. Mom and Dad call the whole family to the car. Dad smiles and gestures. We're just going to buy a few things. Sister and little brother sit in the back seat. Seatbelts fastened, faces calm, expecting nothing special. The car drives through familiar streets. Streetlights, shops, and rows of trees pass by steadily. Suddenly, the car turns onto a smaller road, narrower with fewer houses. Sister tilts her head, looking out the window. Little brother points ahead. The car stops. A green grassy hill appears, a gentle breeze blowing. In the distance, a quiet river dock, water shimmering softly. Beyond it, a windy field, grass swaying in a natural rhythm. The whole family steps out of the car. Feet touch the soft grass. The space feels wide open and peaceful. Little brother runs a few steps, then turns back, laughing loudly. Sister spreads her arms and spins, hair flowing in the wind. Mom and Dad stand behind them, watching their children with gentle smiles. Cleaning sort of living room / playroom. Two kids sit on the floor, happily painting. A big box of paint sits between them. They exchange a mischievous smile. One kid accidentally knocks over the paint box. Paint spills everywhere, floor, rug, wall. The kids freeze, then slowly look around at the colorful disaster. Mom and Dad walk in. They both stop, stunned. The kids lower their heads, then quickly gesture. We'll clean. Dad crosses his arms. Mom nods. One kid wipes the floor, spreads the paint even wider. The other uses a dry cloth. Cloth turns rainbow-colored. They bring water, spill more water on the floor. One kid wipes the floor, spreads the paint even wider. The other uses a dry cloth. Cloth turns rainbow-colored. They bring water, spill more water on the floor. The room is clean again. The kids sit on the floor, exhausted. Mom gently pats their heads.
Bingo and Bluey have trouble with the ball. It's a beautiful day. Bluey and Bingo are happily playing soccer together. The ball rolls back and forth. So much fun! Bluey and Bingo pass it back and forth, looking very happy. Unfortunately, Bluey kicks too hard, sending the ball flying far away. The ball falls straight into the pond. Oh no! The ball is floating in the middle of the pond. Bluey and Bingo try to reach out to get the ball, but they can't. At that moment, Dad walks over. Bluey and Bingo are happy to see Dad and ask him to help get the ball. Dad goes to get a long stick. Dad holds the stick, slowly pulls the ball closer. Dad gives the ball back to Bluey, and Bluey and Bingo jump up with joy.
The DIY slingshot. A mild afternoon. Dad holds a Y-shaped tree branch, carefully ties a rubber band, gives it a light pull. Boing! Nods in satisfaction. Mom stands a little distance away, sets a few empty cans on the steps as targets. Sister and little brother stand beside Dad. Dad demonstrates. Pulls the band, aims. Pop! Misses. The shot flying past the side. Little brother gets impatient, pulls the band slightly off center. Smack! The shot flies off, hitting Mom's slipper. Mom looks down at her slipper, then looks up at the family. The whole yard freezes for a second, then bursts into laughter. Dad lines the cans up neatly again. Signals to start a contest. They take turns. Mom takes a shot too. Wing! The can drops cleanly. The whole family claps and cheers. The cans lie scattered across the yard, laughing and chatting happily. The family badminton match. A cool afternoon. A makeshift net is stretched across the yard, tied to a pole in a chair, slightly crooked. The whole family stands on opposite sides of the net, rackets in hand, ready to play. Dad serves hard. The shuttlecock flies high. Sister returns it quickly. The shuttle skims close to the net. Mom runs in to save the shot. She swings a little too late. Little brother jumps up for a smash, slips but still hits it. The shuttle flies too high, gets stuck in a tree branch. The shuttle falls down. Splash! Straight into a water basin. Mom scoops it out. Water splashes everywhere. They play on bonk! The shuttle hits Dad on the head. Dad freezes for a second, then holds his head and laughs loudly. The whole family collapses onto the yard, tired but happy. The secret birthday mission.
and the flying leaf. One day, Bluey notices a small leaf on the yard.
Whoa!
Whoa! She gently blows on the leaf to see if it will fly. The leaf floats in the air and lands near Bingo.
Whoa!
Bingo jumps up curiously to touch the leaf. The two sisters take turns blowing the leaf into the air. The little leaf circles around them like part of the game. The tiny leaf turns an ordinary afternoon into a fun moment.